what's up? This your boy JoJo Game. I'm here with the top 16 person who Plunder God.
How you do? How you do?
Alright, go ahead, man. Show us that spice that you did to them people.
I'll show you the deck list, bro. The deck list haven't changed much. I'm running 3 white beer. I'm running 3 blue beer, 2 red beer, 2 of the birds, 2 golden hair, 3 of the fuel spell, 1 emblem, 1 booty, and then the 1 tier from it. It gets you your fuel spell. So not many people out there know what this deck still do. So I'll break it down to you real quick. White beer is a level 4 tuner. During your opponent's turn, depending what attribute they got in the field graveyard, that's what you can make from your extra deck for free, and he becomes an equip card. If he leaves your hand and leaves the field, let you special any of your plunder monsters from the deck to the field, but you're locked into plunders.
Wow.
Bluebeard, what Bluebeard does is he's an extender. If you control a plunder monster that's not Bluebeard, you can show it to your opponent, special summon it. If he leaves your hand and leaves the field, you get to discard 1 card to draw 1 card. Redbeard, he does the same thing. He does the same thing as Whitebeard. During your opponent's turn, depending what attribute they got on the field graveyard, that's what you can make come to equip. But the only difference is if he leaves your hand and leaves the field, you can target 1 plunder monster and equip it. He comes in handy when you try to combo off. Then the bird, you can target 1 plunder monster in the graveyard, any plunder monster, extra deck, main deck, whatever. Put it back into your hand, special summon the bird. It's good when you try to push for damage. And then you got golden hair. She really don't do much by herself, but with a different card, she's good because you can normal summon and make Amorize. She's like a 1.5 card combo to make Blackbeard. Right. If she's in the graveyard, you discard 1 card, special summon. If she's in the hand, you discard a plunder, special summon her. Then I'm running 3 of the field spell, like I said earlier. All plunder monsters gain 500 attack point for every background as a plunder. This card lets you discard 1 card, add any plunder card from your deck to your hand. If it's in the graveyard, you take 1 plunder card in your back row, set the card, put it back to your hand.
Yeah, and that's the card that got nerfed, you guys. If this card was spelled correctly on his ban list, I really do think he would have took the whole entire damn thing.
There was a big error with the deck list and everything. It was a very, very sad moment.
It was his fault.
I believe I would have took it if I could play.
It was Michael.
Michael? Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't his fault.
Manager. There's a difference.
Yeah, shout out to my manager right there. I believe I would have took the whole event if I was allowed to play it.
If it was manageable off the deck list.
Then like I said, I don't need to explain what tier for me does. Tier for me is tier for me. Then I'm running 1 booty. This card is very underrated and very strong. You target one of your opponent's monster, change the attribute. Then if they let it go through, you can special summon a plunder monster from your graveyard, non-target, or shuffle it back into the deck. It's really good for every turn. It's an every turn called the Haunted, which is really, really good if you're pushing your game or extending. But the sad part is during the end phase, if you control a plunder card or plunder monster, it dies. And then I'm running the 1 emblem. It's really good for targeting that. Equip it to a plunder, gain 500 attack, and can't be targeted by card effect. Then on the separate chain link, you can send it to the graveyard. Depending on what we have on the field or we have in the graveyard, that's what you can make from the extra deck, and it gets 500 attack. That's the plunder lineup. I broke it down to sections. So now I'm gonna go to the break section. I'm running 2 Water Girl, 2 Rights, 1 Griffin, 1 Faithful, 1 Drinkerback, and then 1 Foolish Burial. I see a lot of people running 3 copy of everything. I feel like running the 2-2, 1-1-1, and everything is the right ratio. Water Girl, you can say if she's in your hand or graveyard, you can banish her, add this card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And if you control a token, you get the special summon it. This lets you get to a token that lets you play this card for free. Griffin is the Omni Negate and the free summon. Dracoback is a compulse only on your turn. And then Faithful, these 2 do the same thing. This lets you pretty much get into whatever engine you need to get into.
Powerful engine.
The what?
That's a powerful engine right there.
Then I'll do the Kaiju lineup. The Kaiju lineup is very small. I'm running 3 of the Element Kaiju and the 1 Kaiju Slumber. The reason why I'm running 1 each of the Element is because there's a dark ship, light ship, and fire ship. So this is just a faster way for you to break boards and get into your shift quicker. Right. And then the Kaiju Slumber is just another bait. It's a bait, but it's also a good bait because it blows up the board and gives you both Kaiju. So you could like destroy the board and you could just give yourself to start making the board. I'm only playing 1 copy because 2 was just too much. I feel like 1 copy was good enough to to go in. Right. Then for the hand trap, I'm only running 3 Imperm, 2 Ash, and then 1 Effect Veiler. I mean, if you want to count the droplets to a hand trap, I guess, then 2 droplets. I don't need to explain much. Everybody should know what 3 Imperm. Imperm is Imperm, Ash is Ash. 1 Effect Veiler because I wanted to do 3 Imperm, 1 Effect Veiler just to dodge triple tactic because I feel like a lot of people are doing triple tactics. So this is the faster way for them to not triple tactic me and I can interrupt them on their turn. Right. Then Droplet, well, everybody knows what Droplet does. You set for cost and you negate, not target. And then for the board breakers, I'm running the 1 call by, 3 triple tactic, and then the 2 lightning storm. This was what was winning me all the games. Lightning storm the back row, they negate the negate, if not blow it out. They negate me, triple tactic, draw 2, take a monster and make my link 2, or look at their hand to keep it extending further. And then call by was a good interruption because I try to beat the hand trap, and you call by the grave the hand trap, or it's a good offense or good defense, depending on what's the offense you're trying to do.
Right.
That's the board breaker. That's 44 in the main deck right there. Then for the extra deck, I'm running 3 Blackbeard, 2 of the dark ship, 2 of the light ship, and then 2 of the fire ship. So not many people know what the extra deck does. Blackbeard, he's the main monster you always want to summon. It requires 2 monsters, at least 1 Plunder Patrol to make it. During either player's turn, quick effect, you can target 1 effect monster, and then depending what attribute your opponent has, that's what you can make 1 of these ships for free, and then it goes to the back, and then he goes to the back row, or the monster goes to the back row, you draw 1 card. Which is pretty good. It's let you draw multiple cards real quick.
Yeah, Konami Pit, change that face and put it as his face.
The dark ship, he's really good. If he has XYZ material, if any of your plunder cards will be destroyed by the card effect, you can detach one to save it, not once per turn. So it's good if your opponent's having a bunch of destruction effect, you can protect it. If he's equipped with a plunder, he becomes a quick effect. Discard a plunder, target one of your opponent's effect monster, banish it, add a plunder, spell or trap from your deck to your hand. The light ship, during the main phase, you can special summon 1 Plunder Patrol monster from your back row or from your hand for free, non-target. If your opponent activates a monster effect, no matter where the monster effect is being activated, you can discard 1 card from your hand, negate the activation, destroy, and if he's equipped, search. The fire ship, other fiend type monster gave 500 attack for gave 500 attack. And if he's equipped, he becomes a quick effect, discard 1 plunder, target one of your opponent's spells and trap, banish it, add a plunder monster from your deck to your hand. He's good when you try to push for more damage, because having 2 of these is 3,000 a piece, and having the field spell, you're just making all your monsters super huge. Yeah. So that's the plunder extra leg one. And then the other side one, the 1 Armor for the 1 card starter, the Toad lineup, 1 Bahamut Strike, 1 Toad, and I'm running the Super Poly targets. But this has saved me so many games, because the fact that everybody was running Despian, Punk, all that crazy stuff, Super Poly was live every single game.
I told you, do not take those out. Keep that Super Poly in so you can side that in just in case you bump into those matchups for cards like those.
Like, this won me my top 64. This had won me my game. This is good, especially when you're going first. You open up Golden Hair and Bluebeard. You can make Bahamut Shark. You can make Toad, bait out interruptions. And then you have your own negate and a recycler.
Right.
It's pretty strong. That's for the extra deck, and then for the side deck, I'm running 2 anti-spell, 3 evening match, the 2 super poly I mentioned, 3 drone lockber, 2 Lancia, and then 3 token collectors. So the anti-spell didn't come up very often, but it was good against Flunderies because they play a lot of spell cards. Decks that plays a lot of spell cards, this card was really good. This is good. I mean, I'm already going second, so why not? Evening match is evening match. It's good against back row deck, combo deck that had token. Super poly was MVP all day the other day. Droll, Lancia, and Token Collector, these right here is what carried me the whole event.
I told you to play Lancia. You was asking me why. I said because you're going to bump into a deck where Lancia is needed. Flunderies is that.
Like, there was a lot of Sorcerer player. This killed it. This killed Flunderies or any deck that banishes or searches or whatever. This killed Dragon Link. This killed Dragon Link. Like, this right here is what I barely play this, but I play this most of the time. That's what carried me.
Yeah, buddy.
And that's it for, and that's it for the side deck. I mean, and the tokens, this whatever right there.
Anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I want to shout out to my manager right here. My team, the Goose Squad, the Goose Squad, Porium TCG.
That's where we at right now, as y'all can see.
Shout out to my boy over there, Damien and them. Then Quality Gaming, Derek and them. I mean, the place is really good. If you're in town, check it out.
There can't nobody say nothing about you, man. You're the best player in Chicago.
Yeah,
somebody try to say something about you. All you gotta do is tell them top 16.
I want to have the trophy and this all together.
If they ain't do that nerf, you definitely would have had it. But there y'all go. Plunder Patrol.
Still kicking it. Still good.
Plunder God.
Plunder God.
Plunder God. Hey. What I say about what Konami need to do? Yeah, Konami
Blackbeard?
need to go ahead on and switch this face right here, man. Y'all gotta switch this Don't they look like?
And the crazy part is, I want to do one last shout out. Crazy part is there was only 3 Plunder Patrol in the final top 64. 3 only out of what? I think 2,000 people, 3,000.
Yeah, it was 2,000 people.
And then I was the only one. Shout out to the other Plunder player, but I was the only one that got top 16. The other one tried. I respect them. They were cool. I love them. But I'm the only one that got top 16 with Plunders. I could have took the whole thing if I never got nerfed.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I want my rematch against Green, but he knows who he is.
That's why they did a deck check, man, because Green on, and you would have won the whole thing if that error ain't never occurred.
If that error never occurred, I definitely would have took the whole thing home.
All right, Charlie, go to profile.
So